In this video, you will learn how to identify a watershed and the benefits of a watershed. Watersheds are the land area that drains water into a particular stream, river, spring, pond, or lake. All water bodies have watersheds. This is the Boyd R. Keller Reservoir near Lock Haven, Pennsylvania. It sits in the Macohaton Creek watershed. This is the same watershed drawn on a topographic map. The watershed is shown as the black dotted line. The reservoir is shown in red, and the stream flowing into the reservoir is shown in blue. You can find a watershed from any point on a stream by simply drawing a line perpendicular to all of the elevation lines on a topographic map. The watershed boundaries for any stream, river, or lake are important to understand, since activities within this boundary can affect both water quality and quantity. There are 6 major watersheds in Pennsylvania. Most of the state is comprised of the Susquehanna River watershed, which drains into the Chesapeake Bay. The smaller Potomac River watershed covers some of southern Pennsylvania and also drains to the Chesapeake Bay. The Delaware River watershed covers much of eastern Pennsylvania and drains into the Delaware Bay. In western Pennsylvania, most of the land area is within the Ohio River watershed, which drains to the Mississippi River and eventually the Gulf of Mexico. Northern Pennsylvania has 2 small watersheds, including the Lake Erie watershed flowing into Lake Erie, and the Genesee River watershed that drains to Lake Ontario. Each of those 6 major watersheds is made up of many smaller watersheds. The Strehler watershed classification system is used to classify watersheds. Smaller numbers represent smaller watersheds. They get increasingly larger as smaller streams combine to form larger streams and rivers. About 80% of our streams are what are referred to as first-order watersheds. These are very small and most often occur in upland forested areas. It is also important to note that at any one location, you're standing in many different watersheds of differing sizes. While you may be located in a very large watershed like the Susquehanna River, you would also be located in a very small first-order watershed, which flows into increasingly larger streams until they reach the Susquehanna River. Forested watersheds provide many benefits to humans. They support fish and wildlife and provide endless recreational opportunities, such as fishing and hunting. While irrigation is a relatively small use of water from forested watersheds, water used for electricity generation and other industrial processes is a major use of water that is supported by forested watersheds. One often overlooked benefit of forested watersheds is pollution dilution. Many of our towns and cities rely on clean water coming from upstream forested areas to allow us to dispose of wastewater and other pollutants into the stream while still maintaining a relatively clean environment. But the most important benefit of forested watersheds is to provide clean, clear drinking water. The importance of forested watersheds to drinking water for humans was studied by the American Water Works Association. The professional organization of drinking water suppliers in the United States conducted a study that related the cost of treatment for drinking water supplies to the amount of forested land in the water supply watershed. Watersheds that had 60% or more of their land area covered in forest provided drinking water that required about half of the water treatment cost in comparison to water coming from watersheds with 30% or less forested land. Watersheds that were covered with less than 10% forested land had the highest water treatment costs. As we've learned, forested watersheds are important. They provide you with clean drinking water, recreation, and provide water for businesses in your community. But water is only as clean as the land in its watershed. Major land uses and individual landowner actions can all impact watersheds and water quality. It's everyone's responsibility to protect watersheds. You can help to protect your local watershed by volunteering with watershed groups and being careful with chemicals and other activities around your home or farm.